We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions offense will start this game off. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive...
It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The Fighting Illini take possession, and their offense will go to work for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
He's got the back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They want to run it left here. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and
trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. A 1st down run on the doorstep. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Looking to pass. It's Graves. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line. Set up in such good position.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for 1st down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good...
Makes the catch down the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Illinois! A great catch and run for 6. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The give out of the gun. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense, and you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
He makes the connection. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Complete.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Going to the ground. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. There's a reason they call it linebacker U, and class is in session getting that sack.
I mean, big-time playmakers at the linebacker spot all throughout their history that know how to get to quarterbacks and know how to make big-time plays.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. A new set of downs after the completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now on 2nd down and short. To the ground with the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage. And
what a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football.
And that ball is picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's going to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Graves. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He finds his man. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on first down. That's caught. It's Hatchett. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to the air one more time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hatchett. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Using his feet to buy time. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Hatchett. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll call for the fair catch here. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before he tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the misfire, it's second down. Dropping back, it's Graves. They're working that left side. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Feeling some heat. Pressure coming. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Takes a hit as he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And the Nittany Lions will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Trying to get to him. Finds his big tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to run for it. The Nittany Lions get enough for the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man quickly. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. A first down for the offense. Let's go. Ready, go. Looking to move it through the air. He's right on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. Quick strike complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him. Get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Illinois moving it quickly down the field. The hand to the running back. Nice move to stay on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Coming after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
And tackled there by the defense.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Here comes the offense on 1st down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Graves. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. The Nittany Lions get it past the sticks. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
The give as they work on that clock. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
I really like what I see from this offense with the lead in the 4th quarter, and they're moving the sticks. This is now the 6th play of the drive, and they've been able to stay on, bleed clock. They want to just continue doing exactly what they're doing right now.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. After the run, now to throw. Snags it inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Penn State! And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Penn State 21, Illinois 13.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game.